quickly rushed towards the training dojo in order to check on Mizuki, his longtime friend. "So did you beat him?" asked Sasuke with a smirk on his face. "I think," shrugged Naruto. Mizuki was already unconscious. The match had ended in 5 seconds. Mizuki didn't even know what happened before a two-chick chop to his neck ended the match for him. "Let's go party," yelled Choji cheerfully. "Troublesome. No one wants to eat right now," Choji said. Shikamaru, lazily. "Everything's troublesome for you, lazy bum," said Ino and bopped Shikamaru on the head. "It will be fun, man. Let's go and check some hot chicks. There are no hot girls in our class. I hope there will be some at Choji's restaurant," said Kiba stupidly and laughed. Suddenly, the entire air was filled with ki. All the boys turned and saw the girls glaring at Kiba. "What did I do?" asked Kiba in confusion. "Idiot," muttered Shikamaru. Shino and Choji remained silent while Naruto and Sasuke knew what would be coming next, and as a result had a smile on their faces. "You don't think that we are hot?" asked Ino with righteous feminine fury in her voice. "You'll pay for that much, Shinaro," yelled Sakura. "That was not very nice," Kiba-kun whispered Hinata in Kiba's ear in a very sweet voice. Kiba immediately shivered on hearing that. Even Akamaru had ran and sat beside Shino. "Shit," cursed Kiba. But before he could flee, 3 angry females jumped on him and started beating him to a pulp. The others watched in amusement as Kiba was being beaten. If it was anything else, they would have helped him, but no one messes with 3 angry kunoichi. Apparently, Kiba had brought this on himself. Shikamaru thought it was too troublesome, while Choji and Shino didn't want to get involved. Sasuke was bored, and Naruto, well, he was just watching it all with an amused expression on his face. "I'll see you guys later," said Naruto and started walking towards the door. "You're not coming?" asked Sakura dejectedly. Naruto was the one who had helped form a friendship between her and Sasuke. From that day they had become quite good friends, but she could never understand Naruto. He was a very mysterious person. "It's always like this. When was the last time you ever spent time with us?" whined Ino and pouted. "You should spend time with us," Naruto-kun requested, Hinata with a warm smile. "Come on, man, it will be fun," said Kiba and Choji together. "For once, the mutt's right, Naruto," said Sasuke impassively. Kiba's eyebrows twitched a bit, and he was ready to start a fight, but one glance from Ino and Sakura made it clear that it would be wise to stay down, or it won't end well for him. Naruto's heart melted on seeing that. He could not see his friends like this, nor did he want to spend time alone. "You must kill your emotions." He could still remember Shin's dying words in his head. Was this the right thing to do? "Naruto, it will hurt more if you do this. You know it's for the best," advised Kurama sagely. "Right thought," Naruto with renewed determination. "Sorry guys, I have some work to do and I'm running behind schedule a bit," said Naruto apologetically. "Don't give us that bullshit, Naruto. I swear you are just turning out like Kakashi," said Sasuke a little irritatingly. Naruto was acting a lot more strangely these days. In the past, he did spend time with his friends, even if it was just a little. But nowadays, they hardly saw him. It was as if... No, he'll not do something like Itachi, thought Sasuke. "Sorry about that, some other time, okay?" said Naruto with a short smile and went out of the room. Sasuke's eyes widened on hearing this. It was the same line that Itachi had used. He glanced at Shikamaru and Shino. Both the boys were quite comfortable with Sasuke. They had recognized the strange behavior of Naruto. All 3 of them were quite perceptive. As a result, they were able to understand the change in Naruto's behavior, which the others failed to notice. The trio shared a look, saying, "Something's wrong with him." It was nighttime in Konoha. Naruto had spent the rest of the day training. He knew he had to sharpen his skills. It would not be easy to take on the Root Division. Even if he had help and did possess the Mangekyou, he would have to be perfect, because there will be no second chances. Naruto was walking down in the streets with his hands in his pockets. He was thinking of how he would be able to execute his mission. "Kurama, do you really think I am strong enough to do this?" asked Naruto. "I am sure of it. Your damned eyes are one of the strongest Sharingan I have ever seen. Plus, those two jutsu of yours makes you practically invincible," said Kurama with a little frown. He liked Naruto, but that did not mean he accepted his Sharingan. He despised those eyes, but he knew there was nothing he could do. "Those jutsu also reduces my eyesight every time I use it," retorted Naruto. "Yes, that is the only drawback of the Manjankyo Sharingan. Your eyes have already started showing signs of blindness," said Kurama flatly. "I know, sometimes my vision gets a little blurry. Is there any way to stop it?" asked Naruto seriously. "None that I know of. Maybe you should talk to the old geezer about it," advised Kurama. "No, Gigi will already have enough problems to deal with in a few days. I'll figure something out," said Naruto flatly. "That's your problem," said Kurama in an irritated voice. "What?" asked Naruto. "You do not trust anyone. You think you can do everything alone. You think it is your job to do everything by yourself. You do not even have faith in your friends," said Kurama angrily. Naruto's eyes widened on hearing this. He remembered what Kakashi had told him once. In the ninja world, those who break the rules and laws are regarded as scum, but those who abandon even one of their friends are worse than scum. Naruto closed his eyes as his mind was filled with thoughts of regrets. Am I doing the right thing? Do I really not have faith in my friends?" thought Naruto in confusion. "I leave the village to you. Protect it. I know you can do." Naruto's eyes snapped up. He remembered what Shin had told him, and what he had promised him, and one thing was certain: he never went back on his words. And he never broke any of his promises.
"You're right, I'm worse than scum, but Shin entrusted the village to me and I will not let my personal feelings get in the way of his dreams," said Naruto fiercely.
"Do as you wish," said Kurama tiredly. He knew he could not change Naruto's mind. Sometimes he was just as stubborn as his mother. If he had made up his mind, he could not stop him. The only thing he could do was support him. Naruto was walking slowly on the street. His talk with Kurama made him realize something, but he could not back down now. He noticed someone sitting in the dango shop. This person was none other than Anko. Naruto just chuckled and decided to go on. He knew Anko would never get free from her addiction of dango. But then he noticed something which quite shocked him. Anko was staring at the 5 plates of dango on her table, and hadn't even eaten a thing. This was indeed alarming. Anko never sat down and just stared at dango. Deciding to find out what was going on, he entered the shop and went towards Anko's table. "Yo, what's up?" asked Naruto cheerfully. Anko suddenly got out of her stupor and she bopped Naruto on the head. "Ow, what was that for?" asked Naruto with mock anger. "That was for disturbing me," said Anko a little angrily. "I'm sorry, I'll go," said Naruto dejectedly. "Wait! What is it?" asked Naruto calmly. He could clearly understand that Anko was disturbed. "Sorry, Naruto, I'm just disturbed a bit. Please sit," said Anko kindly. "What's troubling you?" asked Naruto and sat on the table. "Do you think that I'm a bad person?" asked Anko sadly. "No, you're not a bad person," said Naruto warmly. "You are too kind. Everyone in the village hates me for being that bastard student. I tried to ignore them, but I just," said Anko with a few tears in her eyes. Naruto was the closest thing she had as a brother, and who could understand her pain, and so she felt comfortable in sharing her feelings with him. "Whatever the villagers or anyone else may say, Anko, I think you are a great person, And I'm not saying this because I'm kind, but because I know the real Anko, said Naruto and patted Anko's hand. That's not true. Once I kill Orochimaru, everyone will accept me, said Anko a little loudly. You are just stuck up in the past, just like Kakashi-Nisan said, Naruto flatly. You can never understand how I feel, said Anko angrily. I can never understand. I am hated more in this village. I can understand you, but what you are not seeing is that you can still have a better life with the person you love, said Naruto fiercely. What? Asked a shocked Anko. Cut the crap. Anko, I know you love Kakashi-Nisan, said Naruto flatly. How do you? Asked an even more shocked Anko. Please, he always talks about you, but like you, he is still stuck up in the past and is not able to tell you that he loves you, said Naruto irritatingly. Really? Asked Anko with hope in her eyes. She never imagined she would find anyone who would love her. Yes, I'll talk with him, said Naruto with a smile. Thank you, said Anko with tears in her eyes. She then leaned over the table a bit and kissed Naruto on his forehead. No problem. This is the least I can do for you both, said Naruto with a light blush on his face. You know I think Kurenai loves you, said Anko, and winked at Naruto. Naruto spitted the water that he was drinking on his table in shock. Anko started laughing loudly on seeing this. The entire incident was quite hilarious for her. Oh man, that was priceless, said Anko cheerfully. And muttered Naruto, but also was quite happy. I'm serious, Naruto, she really loves you. She even said this to me, said Anko happily. That's not true, Anko said Naruto seriously. It is true. You were the one who supported her through her bad phase in life. You even encouraged her to become a Junin. You always took care of her as a friend and not as a student. You are the kind of man she always wanted, explained Anko. This complicates things, thought Naruto with a frown. Do you love her? Asked Anko seriously. Kurenai was her best friend, and she would never let anyone hurt her. Doesn't she care about what the villagers would say? I mean she, said Naruto, trying to give an excuse, but stopped when Anko put her hand on his mouth. What others say doesn't matter. Do you love her or not? Asked Anko seriously. I, said Naruto hesitantly. What could he say? How much he wanted to say he loved her to the damn world. How much his heart was paining to deny that he loved her. Understanding Naruto's dilemma, Anko put her hand on his hands. Just think about it. I'm not forcing you to choose. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, Ototo said Anko with a wide smile. Thank you, Ni-chan, said Naruto with a true smile. Now let's see who can finish this dango first. The loser pays, challenged Anko with a mad grin on her face. You're on! Naruto was going towards his house in order to get some sleep. Tomorrow he would be placed in a genin team, and he had to reach there on time. Plus Danzo could summon him anytime, so he decided to get whatever rest he could. His talk with Anko had placed him in a lot of trouble. It would have been fine if he only loved Kurenai, but if what Anko said was true, and if Kurenai truly loved him, then he was in deep shit. Fuck. Why can't life be simple? Thought Naruto. He then suddenly noticed someone moving very quickly in the shadows. Getting curious, Naruto stepped aside and activated his Sharingan. He saw this person was a shinobi, as his chakra was visible. Naruto didn't know why, but he felt something was wrong, and deciding to act on his instincts, he decided to follow this person. After racing after the person for a few moments, Naruto could see this person was none other than Mizuki, and he was carrying a large scroll on his back. This was very suspicious. Naruto already had his doubts on Mizuki. He was the one who always tried to hamper his education at the academy, and to find him heading towards the exits of the village was very alarming. Mizuki then suddenly took a turn and started rushing towards the direction of the forest. This seemed to confuse Naruto. Why would he rush towards the west side of the forest? Asked Kurama curiously. because it is the most hardest way to get out of Konoha. If a prisoner wants to escape without getting much attention, what would he do, Kurama? Asked Naruto sharply. Well, if I was in that place, I would choose the hardest way, as most humans would always consider the easiest way, said Kurama, after thinking for some time. Yes, I think Mizuki is trying to desert the village. I may be wrong, but we need to find out, said Naruto thoughtfully, and Kurama just nodded. After reaching deeper into the forest, Mizuki stopped and hastily got down in the shade of a tree. He then brought the scroll on his back forward, and this time Naruto could clearly see what was written on that scroll. The Forbidden Scroll, said Naruto calmly. Now all the doubts he had vanished. Mizuki had indeed turned a traitor, as no one was allowed to even touch this scroll without the Hokage's permission. So what are you going to do? Asked Kurama, nonchalantly. What I was trained to do. Mizuki was never before so much happy in his life. He had finally obtained the Forbidden Scroll. Now all he had to do was take it to Lord Orochimaru, and then he would give him the power he was promised. Finally, I will get the power I desire and show this village and the QB brat my true power, thought Mizuki, and started laughing. However, his laughter was short-lived when he saw the QB brat appear before him and was looking at him impassively. Mizuki. Oh, looks who's here. The gods must be very happy with me. I can finally kill you after all these years, QB, said Mizuki with a dark chuckle. Is he nuts? Thought Naruto with a sweat drop. I think so, said Kurama and chuckled. Oh, don't give me that look. You know why the people in this village hate you, asked Mizuki venomously. I don't care about that, said Naruto stoically. It's because you are the QB no Yoko. The demon that almost destroyed our village is you, said Mizuki, and laughed mad. Naruto, I don't care what you do with the scroll, but I want this man dead, demanded Kurama angrily. Can't do that, Kurama, but I can make him suffer. But before that, I need to find out why he stole this scroll, said Naruto. Whatever, said Kurama irritatingly. Are you done? Asked Naruto in a bored tone. What? Asked a shocked Mizuki. He thought that the boy would break down, but it seemed he was not affected at all. I already know what is sealed in me, but I am Naruto of Konoha, and nothing you say would ever change that? Now, tell me, why did you steal the Forbidden Scroll? I don't think you are alone in this treachery, said Naruto flatly. I must give you credit. You are indeed smart, but also you are a fool. But don't worry, when I tell Lord Orochimaru that I killed you and give him the Forbidden Scroll, he will give me great power. And I will show everyone how strong I am, said Mizuki madly. Orochimaru. Huh? Sorry, Kurama. I need to get him to the Hokage. He might contain important information on that snake, said Naruto. Chiach, said Kurama, and cut off the connection. Mizuki then suddenly charged towards Naruto with impressive speed and plunged a kunai right through Naruto's chest. This is the end for you, QB, said Mizuki victoriously. I don't think so, said a voice behind Mizuki. Mizuki turned around and saw Naruto holding a kunai at his neck. He then immediately turned and saw the Naruto which he had stabbed disappeared into crows. How did he? Thought Mizuki, but couldn't think further when the Naruto behind him blasted, and he was electrified as he was in the radius of the blast. Raijin Bunshin were Mizuki's last thoughts before he collapsed on the ground and drifted into unconsciousness. The real Naruto came in the field and went towards Mizuki's unconscious body. Well, that was too easy, said Naruto tiredly. He thought Mizuki would have put up a fight, but his skills were rusty for a chunin. Naruto then immediately sealed Mizuki's body into a storage scroll and went to pick up the Forbidden Scroll. Naruto picked the Forbidden Scroll and Mizuki's body scroll and disappeared with his crow. Shunshin. Hiruzen was getting quite worried at the moment. The reason was he had just received reports that the Forbidden Scroll had been stolen. That scroll contained many of the secrets of the village, and if placed in the wrong hands, then it would be a disaster. As a result, he had sent out many ambush squads in order to catch the culprit and retrieve the scroll. If word got out that such important thing was stolen, then there could be mass panic in the village. Hiruzen was brought out of his thoughts when he saw a flock of crows appear in his office. He knew who this person was, as a result made a hand sign for his ambu guards to leave the room and activated the silencing seals. "You know, your way is a little creepy," said Hiruzen lightly with a laugh. "Regardless, I have retrieved the forbidden scroll and the person who stole it," reported Naruto. "Who was it? How do you know it was stolen in the first place?" asked Hiruzen sternly. "It was Mizuki. I caught him escaping from the village, and with this scroll, so I assumed he was stealing it, as no one was allowed to even touch this scroll without your permission," said Naruto strictly. "Good work. Do you know why he stole it?" asked Hiruzen. "He said something about Orochimaru. I recommend him to be taken to the interrogation department and questioned properly. He might contain some valuable information," said Naruto firmly. Hiruzen's eyes widened on hearing this. Anything related to Orochimaru was a major threat to the village. His wayward student was always a pain in the ass. "I'm getting too old for this shit," thought Hiruzen with a frown. He wanted to name the fifth Hokage as soon as possible, but Jiraiya had refused and was not in the village. And Tsunade had also left the village. And so he had to deal with all the problems at such old age. Naruto then laid the forbidden scroll and the scroll which contained Mizuki's body on Hiruzen's desk. "What is Danzo up to?" asked Hiruzen suddenly. "I have not received any further instructions or missions from HQ headquarters, or Danzo. My last orders were to remain discreet and follow whatever orders you give in order to gain your trust. But if my instincts are right, it will happen soon," explained Naruto. "Good job. I know it must be painful for you. Are you sure you can do this?" asked Hiruzen with deep concern in his voice. "Hi, Hokage-sama," said Naruto without any hesitation in his voice. Hiruzen sighed on hearing this. He knew what he was doing was the right thing to do as a Hokage, but it was still very painful for him to see Naruto suffer so much. "You didn't peek in this scroll, did you?" asked Hiruzen authoritatively. "It is none of my business to look into it," said Naruto flatly. "Good," said Hiruzen proudly. "You truly deserve to be an Ambu captain. You know what it means to be a true shinobi," thought Hiruzen. Yuji. I need your help with something," said Naruto with little hesitation in his voice. "What is it?" asked Hiruzen curiously. Naruto then explained what he wanted to do. Hiruzen was quite surprised by Naruto's plan, and was also proud of the boy whom he considered as his own grandson. "You are indeed a nice person, Naruto," said Hiruzen kindly with a warm smile. "It's the least I can do," said Naruto with a smile. "Gigi, I think I should tell my team about my Sharingan," said Naruto firmly. "You think it's the right time?" asked Hiruzen cautiously. "Yes, if I don't tell me teammates the truth, then it may lead to some blunder during a mission and may cause serious damage. In order to work efficiently as a team, Team Amty should trust each other, and it won't be possible if I hide necessary information from them," explained Naruto. "I leave it to your judgment. But word of advice, Naruto, tell it only if it is extremely necessary, and if you trust your teammates," warned Hiruzen. "Hi," Hokage-sama said. "Naruto." Next day. It was very early morning in Konoha. The sun had not rose up yet, and the village was looking quite peaceful in this last part of the night. Naruto was sitting on the banks of the Naka River. He had a cigarette in his hands, and was enjoying to sit beside the river. He didn't know why, but he found this place to be one of the most beautiful places in Konoha. He felt peaceful here. Looking at the cigarette, he didn't know why he had started smoking. Perhaps it was his way to deal with the horrors he had seen in a shinobi world. He was not sure about it. His thoughts drifted back to what Anko had told him. He couldn't describe how much happy he felt when Anko said Kurenai loved him. In that moment he felt that he had achieved everything in the world if he had Kurenai with him, but that happiness soon turned into despair when he realized that they could never be together. At least, not in this life. He still remembered how much close they had gotten over these years. Flashback. Naruto was going towards the memorial stone. He always used to visit this stone in order to pay respects to his parents and Shin. Even though Shin's name was never listed on this memorial, but for Naruto he was a hero, and would always be. It was close to midnight, and Naruto knew there would be no one who would be present at the memorial stone at this hour. This was what he liked most about living with Kakashi. The man gave Naruto all the freedom he wanted. He could go anywhere he wanted. He had the freedom to come home whenever he wanted. Kakashi was really a carefree guy who just wanted Naruto to live his life in his own way, and not according to Kakashi's own wishes. Naruto was surprised to see someone standing in front of the memorial stone. Who could be here at this hour? Thought Naruto curiously. He went a little closer and was surprised to see his best friend and mentor standing there. The person was none other than Kurenai. She was kneeling in front of the memorial stone, and her soft hands traced towards a specific spot on the stone. A few tears came in her eyes. Naruto understood why she was here and decided to give her some time alone to gather her feelings. Now some people would call him heartless for not consoling Kurenai, but rather than making her feel more sorry, Naruto wanted her to vent out her feelings. So with that, he just stepped in the shadows waiting for Kurenai to finish expressing her feelings. But it seemed fate had other plans for him. "You can come out now," Naruto said Kurenai in a soft voice. "I guess I can never hide from you, Kurenai-chan," said Naruto warmly. "What are you doing here?" asked Kurenai, softly, and wiped away the tears coming from her eyes. "Me? Nah. A black cat crossed my path, and I had to take a different route to go towards my house," joked Naruto in a cheerful tone. He was trying to not make Kurenai feel more sad. "You were never good at making excuses, you know that," said Kurenai with a small smile on his face. Naruto saw Kurenai's smile. She just looked so much beautiful when she smiled, and her appearance in the moonlight made her look more angelic. Naruto blushed a little on seeing Kurenai's beauty, but then he also saw her sad face. "I came here to pay my respects towards my parents," said Naruto, and stood beside Kurenai. "You know who your parents are?" asked Kurenai curiously. She never knew Naruto knew about the identity of his parents. She always wondered if Naruto was somehow related to the fourth Hokage, but was not sure about that. "No, I don't know, but Gigi said he would tell me when the time was right. He said they were good people who gave their lives for this village," said Naruto sadly. He knew who his parents were. Danzo had told him everything, but it was not the right time to tell Kurenai about them. "I'm sorry," said Kurenai sadly, and put a hand on Naruto's shoulder. "Please don't be. They knew what they had to do as a shinobi, and they did their duty. We are shinobi, and it is our duty to protect our village. I'm a little sad that they are not here, but more than that, I'm proud to be their son. If not for them, and these countless heroes on this stone, we would not be having such a peaceful life in this village," explained Naruto. Kurenai was amazed by the mature thinking that Naruto had showed. It also showed her how much she liked Naruto. "I came here to pay respects to my parents too," said Kurenai in a sad voice. "They must have been great people," said Naruto with a smile. "Yeah," said Kurenai solemnly. "What were their names?" asked Naruto gently. "Kajuiko Yuhi and Takane Yuhi," said Kurenai with a small smile. She was amazed by what Naruto did next. He traced the name of her parents on the stone and gave a deep bow in order to show them respect. "Thank you for sacrificing your today in order to give us a better future. I also thank you for giving me the best friend I have, your beautiful daughter Kurenai," said Naruto with a wide smile. Kurenai's cheeks flushed red. She knew she was good-looking, but no one had ever truly called her beautiful from their heart. Many men had called her beautiful just to have fun with her, but Naruto was a different person. "Do you really mean that?" asked Kurenai in a shaky voice. A few tears had already started to form in her eyes. Naruto looked at Kurenai. He could see the desire in her eyes, the feeling to be wanted, the feeling to be called one's best friend. He could see everything in her eyes. "You are the best thing that has ever happened to me, Kurenai," said Naruto romantically. Naruto was surprised when he was engulfed in a bone-crushing hug by Kurenai. He could feel the warmth of her body. He could feel the silent tears that were falling on his shoulders. He just felt as if this was what he always wanted, a person whom he could love with all his heart, someone who could understand him and just love him for what he was. Not as a Jinchuriki, not as the fourth son, only just as Naruto. He suddenly realized that he had found that person. Kurenai was everything he ever wanted. She was caring, brave, and most of all she understood him, and was always there to support him. She indeed was also very patient. It was a very difficult task of teaching him genjutsu. There were times when he just wanted to quit and be done with it, but Kurenai never lost hope in him. She always encouraged him to be better. She never gave up on him, and she didn't care what the villagers thought about both of them. Naruto felt a few tears rise up in his eyes. Kurenai had done so much for him, and hadn't even asked for anything in return. His hands so slowly reached up and gently took Kurenai's waist in his hands, and pressed her closer to him. Kurenai did not back away, but hugged Naruto more tightly, pressing her breasts more closely to his chest. Naruto felt that he was finally complete, that his life finally had a purpose. Meanwhile, Kurenai was going through a series of emotions. She was feeling more happy with each passing moment. With Naruto she felt needed. He appreciated her, cared for her, was always kind to her, and even though she was one of the most beautiful women in Konoha, on whom every man would like to get their hands on, Naruto never tried to take advantage of her. For the entire village she was the Ice Queen, but with Naruto she could be herself without any hesitation. She could be Kurenai, and not a sensei, not a shinobi, just a simple girl. Naruto always supported her. He never gave her false consolations, nor did he just flatter her in order to flirt with her, and most of all he never judged her for her beauty or skill, but just as Kurenai. They both stayed like that for a very long time, enjoying each other's company, and the feeling of love between both of them. After a few minutes, Kurenai gently eased the hug a little, so she could come face to face with Naruto. He was easily at her height, and his well-toned body was also providing her the warmth in the cold night. She didn't know what took her over, but she gently lifted Naruto's mask from his neck and uncovered it up to his lips. She then gently wrapped her hands softly around his neck and crashed her lips against his. Naruto didn't know what happened. He was just looking at Kurenai's lovely ruby red eyes when he suddenly sensed someone's soft lips kissing him. He looked up in Kurenai's eyes and saw her eyes full of love and a little bit lust. He suddenly felt a warm feeling rush over his entire body, and acting on his instincts, he quickly kissed Kurenai back lovingly. Kurenai was a little surprised by Naruto's sudden action, but allowed him more access to her mouth with their tongues wildly fighting for dominance. The passionate kiss continued for a few minutes until Kurenai broke it. Naruto looked at her worriedly. He just realized what had happened. "Fuck! What had I done?" thought Naruto frantically. "It sure was fun," commented Kurama with a chuckle. "Shut up, Kurama," said an irritated Naruto. "What did I do?" thought Kurama. "Kurenai, I'm sorry, I didn't mean," said Naruto quickly, trying to stop an argument, but was silenced when Kurenai placed a finger on his now exposed lips. "I'm sorry, I'm the one who kissed you," said Kurenai softly, but also had a large blush on her face. "Do you?" asked Naruto quite hesitantly, dreading the answer he would get would either make him the happiest man alive or send him into a world of misery. "Please give me some time," requested Kurenai gently. She looked at Naruto straight in his eyes to show him that she was serious and was not joking with him. Naruto didn't know what to say. His heart was breaking into million pieces. Danzo had already announced the invasion, and the role he had to play in it. Naruto knew if that happened, then his mission was to eliminate the entire root Anbu Black Ops. If he went with that mission, he would never be able to have a life with Kurenai. He averted his gaze from her, unable to hide the tears that were forming up in his eyes. This was one of the worst pain he had felt after Shin's death. Kurenai saw Naruto's downcast look and thought that Naruto was heartbroken, and she immediately hugged him tightly and started rubbing his back. "Naruto, I swear, I don't want to hurt you. I just need some time to understand my feelings about us," said Kurenai warmly. "I understand," said Naruto and hugged her back. He didn't know what to say to her. They both stayed like that for a few moments until Naruto broke the hug. He then placed his mask back on. "You have a very handsome face, Naruto. Why don't you show it to me?" asked Kurenai playfully, trying to bring things back to normal. "I promise I'll show you my face someday, but not right now," requested Naruto. Kurenai gave a small nod. She knew she had to be patient and let Naruto be comfortable. "So how does it feel now that you've become a Junin?" asked Naruto curiously, and pointed a finger at Kurenai's flak jacket. "It is indeed quite hectic. The missions have increased, but the payment also have increased. I just wish that I can fulfill my responsibilities properly," said Kurenai with a little doubt in her voice. "Don't worry, I know you can do it. You are the best," said Naruto and gave an eye smile. "Thank you. You were the one who encouraged me to become a Junin. You never lost faith in me. I don't know what I would have done without you," said Kurenai sadly. Naruto gently took her hands and rubbed them gently. He then lifted her chin so that she could look into his blue eyes. "I could say the same for you. Thank you for everything," said Naruto with a wide smile. "You're welcome. I think we should go. It's getting pretty late," suggested Kurenai. "You're right," said Naruto and gave Kurenai one last hug, which she returned happily. "Goodbye, Naruto," said Kurenai, and disappeared in a shunshin. "Goodbye," Kurenai said Naruto with a single tear dropping from his eyes. He too then disappeared with a shunshin. Flashback end. A small smile came on Naruto's face as he remembered the incident between him and Kurenai. It had been a few days, and he did not bother Kurenai because whatever answer she would give him would break his heart. If Kurenai did not love him, then his heart would break because he truly loved her, but at the same time he would also feel a little happy as Kurenai won't be much upset when he would execute his mission. She would be sad, but one day she could move on with her life and find someone with whom she could happily spend her life, as long as she was happy. Naruto would feel happy because her happiness was all that mattered to him. But if what Anko had told him was true, and if she did love him, then it was a major problem. Naruto didn't want to think what would happen if Kurenai found out what he was about to do. He was suddenly interrupted from his thoughts when a figure came and sat beside him. Naruto didn't need to turn around to see who it was. It was none other than Sai, his friend and comrade en route. He was wearing his Anbu gear and had a tanto strapped on his back. His face was hidden by his bird Anbu mask, but his silky black hair was clearly visible, and so were his black eyes. Sai was one of his close friends. They had trained together en route. They both had shared a deep bond with Shin. "You know smoking is not good for your health," suggested Sai. "I know, but it just helps me calm down," said Naruto carelessly. "You are always too stubborn." "Naruto," said Sai irritatingly. "So what orders have you got?" asked Naruto, still looking in the river. "Naruto, HQ has made almost all the preparations for the coup," said Sai firmly. "What are my orders?" asked Naruto stoically. "Danzo was quite pleased when you returned the Forbidden Scroll safely to Hiruzen-sama. He believes that not only you did a great service to Konoha, but also gained a lot of trust of Sandaime-sama," explained Sai. "I see," responded Naruto silently. "He wants you to gain more trust of Sandaime-sama and do whatever he wants you to do. Also keep your skills in check as the entire invasion depends on you." informed Sai without any emotions. Naruto just gave a nod in response, not bothering to hear anything more. Do you still blame yourself for his death? Asked Sai softly. He knew how much of a brother Shin was to Naruto. In fact, Shin was more close to Naruto than him. Sai was never good at emotions. He was always trying to understand people, and as such he couldn't understand what Naruto was feeling. Yes, his blood will always be on my hands, said Naruto regretfully. That is not true, Naruto. Shin-san gave his life willingly for you. He believed that you were the one who could stop Danzo and save our village, explained Sai. I know that it could never change the fact that he died by my sword. I killed my own elder brother, said Naruto sadly. I miss him too, said Sai sadly. Sai, you don't have to do this. You don't have to take part in this mission with me. I could talk with Gigi. You can have a life, requested Naruto. He had promised Shin that he would take care of Sai. He had accepted his fate, but he did not want the same thing to happen to Sai. Shin was like a brother to me too. Danzo is responsible for his death, and I cannot forgive him. More than that, he will destroy. Shin was like a brother to me too. Danzo is responsible for his death, and I cannot forgive him. More than that, he will destroy the village, and that is something I cannot allow. I know what you promised Shin, but I have a right to choose my own path, said Sai firmly. Do you blame me for his death? I can understand if you do, said Naruto regretfully. I can never blame you for what happened. You are like a brother to me, Naruto. I know you would have died gladly for Shin. You should not blame yourself for his death, explained Sai. Naruto didn't respond, he just remained silent. Sai just gave a tired sigh. He knew no matter what he said, Naruto wouldn't stop blaming himself for Shin's death. He just wished one day Naruto could stop blaming himself. Danzo also ordered you to keep your emotions in check. You seem to be getting a lot closer with the Genjutsu mistress, said Sai carefully. He knew Kurenai was a sensitive subject for Naruto, and as such didn't want to hurt his feelings. I can take care of myself and my emotions. Tell him I can handle it, said Naruto firmly, and gave Sai a firm gaze. Understood, said Sai stoically. How many days are left before the coup? Asked Naruto seriously. 2 months, said Sai firmly. I see, said Naruto with no emotion in his voice. Naruto, have you made up your mind yet? Asked Sai seriously. Naruto just remained silent. He looked at the river. It appeared to be peaceful. He then suddenly picked up a large stone and threw it into the river. The water got distorted with the force which the stone had hit. Waves of water rushed towards in different directions. To any other normal person, it would seem that Naruto had just casually thrown a stone in the river, but not for Sai. He clearly understood Naruto's message. If the coup happens, then the village would suffer the same result as the river. No matter what happens, Naruto, I've got your back. I won't abandon you, and I will fight beside you till the end, said Sai, and held out his fist, which Naruto punched gently. Thank you, Sai, said Naruto with a short smile. The situation is extremely fragile, Naruto. We must act quickly before it's too late, said Sai in a concerned voice. I realize that. Sai heard the determined tone in Naruto's voice. It was one of things that he was fond of. Naruto was always confident in what he did. He was a good leader, and Sai would follow his Anbu captain till the end. I shall settle this with my own hands, said Naruto, and looked at Sai with his Mangenkyo Sharingan. Naruto, 14. Sai, 14. Shin, deceased. 16. Team Guy, 14. Kakashi, 27. Anko, 24. Kurenai, 20. Rookies, including Sasuke. 13. Nearing 14. Hiruzen. 67. Chapter 9. Team. A lone figure could be seen standing in front of the famous memorial stone of Konoha. It was early in the morning and the sun had just started rising up, marking the beginning of a new day. However, it was just another day for the famous Kakashi Hatake. Kakashi was one of the most skilled shinobi of the Leaf Village. He was Genin by 6, Chunin by 8, and a Junin by the age of 13. He was the youngest Anbu captain in the Black Ops forces of Konoha, after Itachi Uchiha. He was famous in the entire world as the hero of the Sharingan, and the man who mastered a 1000 jutsu. He was said to be invincible. Many would give everything they have to achieve such honorable feats, but for Kakashi, this meant nothing. He considered his life nothing but a failure, and always blamed himself for the mistakes he made in the past. He blamed himself for the death of his father. He blamed himself for his best friend Obito's untimely death. He never forgave himself for letting his other best friend Rin die, and finally he felt guilty for not being able to save his sensei Minato Namikaze. He always considered himself trash for being unable to save those precious to him. What good were his skills and intelligence when the people he loved died in front of his eyes and he could do nothing? The only thing Kakashi considered he had done good in his life was adopting Naruto and raising him. The boy was the closest thing Kakashi had as a family. Naruto was the best brother he could have wished for, no matter what happened and how lazy or boring Kakashi was. Naruto always stood by his side. He brought joy to Kakashi's life. The boy did everything which Kakashi had asked him to do. He was a true prodigy, even greater than his own father, the fourth Hokage, Minato Namikaze. Kakashi doubted that even Minato was so powerful at Naruto's age. Naruto was a master in ninjutsu. He had learned and perfected every jutsu which Kakashi had taught him. The speed at which he learned was astonishing. The boy had even learned Kakashi's prized technique, the Chidori, in 2 days. Kakashi could still remember that day. Flashback. Kakashi and Naruto were standing in the forest of death. Naruto had matured greatly, and Kakashi felt it was time for him to give Naruto a gift. He had thought about teaching Naruto the Rasengan, as it was Naruto's birthright, but had dismissed that idea because he wanted Jiraiya to teach him that jutsu as his godfather. Thinking of Jiraiya, Kakashi felt his anger escalate a little. The man was supposed to be Naruto's godfather, yet the man had never even visited Naruto, even once in his life, nor had he even written a letter to Naruto, saying that he was alive and was his godfather. That would have at least made the boy happy that he had someone there for him. "So, Nisan, what are you going to teach me today?" asked Naruto curiously. "I am going to teach you my Chidori," said Kakashi with a smile. "About damn time," said Naruto a little happily. Kakashi had been delaying teaching him the Chidori for months, saying that he was not mature enough. Naruto had kept his promise and had tried to teach Kakashi his Yami no Sekai no Jutsu, World of Darkness, but Kakashi was unsuccessful in learning it. The reason was, first of all, it required a lot of stamina, which only someone of the Uchiha clan could have, and Kakashi's Sharingan was not his own as a result. It was already taking a lot of chakra to keep the Sharingan active, and any more strain on his eyes could be harmful. So Kakashi did not learn that genjutsu, but he was indeed thankful to Naruto for trying to teach him. "Naruto, this is a very dangerous assassination technique. If you make a single mistake, you could damage your hand badly. You may even lose the ability to mold chakra if you do it carelessly," warned Kakashi strictly. He needed to make sure Naruto understood the dangers. The response he got was quite surprising. Naruto activated his 3 Tomo Sharingan and gave Kakashi a determined look. "I'll master it in 2 days," said Naruto confidently. "What makes you so sure of it?" "It took me 1 full year to master it. I'm not doubting your abilities. But don't you think you are being too hasty?" suggested Kakashi. "I can do it," said Naruto firmly. "We'll see." Now, tell me, what do you know about the tree and water walking exercises? Asked Kakashi seriously. Well, with the tree walking you learn how to focus chakra in specific amounts to a certain chakra points in your body, and with water walking you dispel chakra at the same time in proper amounts. Why do you ask this? I have already mastered those exercises, said Naruto confusedly. Precisely, you have mastered those exercises. That is why you can learn this technique. You have to channel lightning chakra into your hands,